So, good evening, all. Welcome to Aifer Education. Welcome to Aifer Education webinar on chasing JRF. Okay, so I hope you will be knowing about maybe Aifer Education. Aifer Education is an online education platform that provides online training and coaching for different competitive examination in the higher education sector. More specifically, our major focus area is UGC NET exam. Okay, UGC NET exam. So basically, today we are discussing about UGC and NET, how to make sure you qualify UGC NET in the upcoming maybe around 60 to 70 days. Okay, 60 to 70 days. And my recommendations that find out how yes, what's happening in the background? Yeah. Myself, Anees Poovathi. I have qualified UGC NET in UGC NET JRF in two subjects. I have JRF in psychology as well as commerce, and UGC NET in 8 different subjects, which includes economics, management, comparative study of religion, tourism, education, okay, etc. So today, what we'll be doing is that we'll be discussing how to make sure what we can say we qualify UGC NET JRF by preparing well in the upcoming 60 to 70 days. Okay, 60 to 70 days. So first of all, what I have to say is that the next exam, which was supposedly expected to be in the first month of December. Okay, we usually expect in the first or second week of December, but they have released a date which is from Jan 1st to Jan 7, almost first week of January. Okay, first week of January, which means the first question everybody will be having is that do we have enough time to study well for the upcoming exam, or if we start studying from for exam from today onwards, is there any possibility that we'll qualify? So first of all, I will address that, and I will be going into the detail regarding how to prepare and other things. So the first important thing is that we have around 2.5 months, okay, for exam, around, depending upon your subject, another 2 to 2.5 months. Okay, we have for the exam. So basically, considering that, what we can say is that with an experience of more than 300 plus students or Aifer qualifying JRF, 2 to 2.5 months is a very good time for seriously preparing. The first important thing you should have a clarity is that we'll not be studying this for the first time. We would have studied especially paper 2 in our graduation, or maybe in the post-graduation, okay, post-graduation, etc. And what we can say is that later we'll be having, we would have studied paper 1 or paper 2 for the past exam, if we are writing this exam for the second, third, or fourth time. So we would have already studied many of the topics. What we need is a final serious preparation, making sure we have gone through all the syllabus, all the topics. All this is what is we needed in the upcoming days. So 60 days is enough to prepare well and make sure you qualify NET. Okay, regarding the JRF, if you have some basic knowledge, or if you have started your preparation already, or you have previously prepared, okay, definitely there is a high chance, there is a big chance you can qualify JRF. Okay, everything depends upon your preparation, your aspect, and other things. So basically, let me share the slide. Yeah, so we have first of all, I'm not going to discuss the formalities or the basic knowledge of UGC NET in detail, because everything is available in the internet, available in the Google, like the exam pattern, the minimum qualification, the age limit, etc. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment section in the live chat. Okay, I will be answering those. Okay, and instead I will be just giving a small introduction. I hope you will be knowing the UGC NET exam. Okay, UGC NET exam is an exam for which is conducted for 3 main purposes. Okay, which is conducted main purpose. Okay, so there are basically 3 main purposes behind conducting UGC NET exam. The first one is qualifying, or the qualification for the assistant professor, and the second one is fellowship for doing PhD, which is a JRF, and the third one is from the last few exam. Okay, they have also included the PhD admission has been also included under UGC NET exam. Okay, the PhD qualification has been also included under UGC NET exam, which means there is an option for qualified for PhD admission only. So basically, if you're doing your post-graduation and if you have a future higher education plans, NET is compulsory, either in the form of being an assistant professor in a college or doing your PhD with a fellowship, okay, of which varies from 25 to 30 lakhs in a span of 5 years, or if you want to join for PhD. Okay, or if you want to join for PhD, UGC NET exam is important. Okay, so this is very important aspect. So basically, today in a very small session, what I will be doing is that what are the important aspect, important points you should take care while preparing for this exam. Okay, preparing for this exam. So how can you make sure? Okay, how can you make sure you will be qualifying this exam in the what we can say in the next 60 days. Okay, in the next 60 days. So the first and important thing, okay, the first and important thing regarding the preparation you should have a clarity is that for any competitive examination, the preparation lies under 3 topics. Okay, that is covering the syllabus, then we have doing the PYQs, and the third point we have what we can say having the or doing the mock test or having an experience of attending this exam. Okay, attending this exam. So basically for UGC NET syllabus, I hope you will be knowing we have a paper one, no, paper one and paper two. Paper one we have 50 questions and paper two we have 100 question. Total we have around 150 question. Okay, 150 question, and what we can say around this 150 question. Okay, around this 150 question, the cutoff varies from category to category and subject to subject. Okay, everything varies from one subject to other. Okay, one subject to other. So basically, the first and the most important aspect, all these subjects have a specified particular syllabus. Okay, we have a specified particular well-fixed syllabus for all these subjects. So the first and important aspect for any competitive examination, okay, including UGC NET, is having a clear idea about the syllabus. Having a clear idea about the syllabus. And the second one, definitely, most of the topics you would have studied in your post-graduation or graduation. What is more important is that you have to prepare in such a way that you will be able to answer question pattern that will be usually asked in UGC NET exam. So to know how we have to prepare for UGC NET exam, okay, how we have to, what type of questions are being asked for in UGC NET exam, you should go through maximum PYQ questions. Okay, maximum PYQ. So firstly, you have to cover the syllabus and then you have to go through the PYQ questions. Then you will get an idea regarding how the questions are being asked from those syllabus, many of the topics which you would have already studied in your post-graduation or graduation. And the third point is doing a maximum what we can say practice test, especially being an online exam. Okay, especially being an online exam, it's very important. Okay, you do maximum practice exam. Okay, you do maximum practice exam. That's okay, very important. Okay, coming to regarding the preparation aspect. Okay, so what to do in the next 60 days? Okay, what to do in the next, because as I have already discussed, what I have discussed is a general aspect. Okay, in any competitive examination, you will be going through the syllabus, you will be completing the syllabus, then you will be going through the PYQs, then you will be what we can say, you will be going through the mock test. All these are important. Okay, all these are important, but we have only 60 days for the preparation aspect. Okay, we have only 60 days for the exam. Okay, around 60 to 70 days for the exam. So in this way you may have to tweak the order, because there are many topics that you have to study as a part of syllabus. I'm not going to paper 2 subjects, but when we are discussing about the paper 1 subject, there are around 130 plus subjects in paper 1 itself. 130 plus subtopics. Okay, major there are 10 topics: teaching, research, communication, reading comprehension, data, maths, logical, higher education, ICT, environment. These are the 10 topics. But counting the subtopics, there are around what we can say 130 subtopics. Okay, there are around 130 subtopics. Okay, so out of this, out of this 130 subtopic, out of this 130 subtopics, you have to study all those. Similarly, you may be having 100 plus or 200 plus subtopics in paper 2 also, depending upon your subject. Okay, depending upon your subject. So we may not be having a time to study all the syllabus from 1 to 130 plus or A to Z and going to the PYQ. So in a limited time, what is most important is, first of all, you have to go through the PYQs, especially the latest PYQs. Latest PYQ means UGC NET 2025 June exam PYQs. Okay, UGC NET 2025 June exam PYQs. Okay, is what is very important here. Okay, what is very important? You can download or most of the questions you can available in the Aifer.in website, and also you can buy it from our website, Amazon, and okay, other areas, other things also. So this is a way how you have to start. So firstly, going through the PYQ question. So then only we'll be going to the syllabus. The why we are doing this is, one, we don't have much time, and the second one, we'll get an idea regarding out of the whole topic, which are the areas we are unable to answer, which are the areas we have to, what we can say, you have to focus more on. Okay, so if you are going through the PYQ in the first instance, then we are going through the, what we can say, paper 2, what we can say, the syllabus as well. Then we'll be having a clear idea regarding which are the paper 2 syllabus or which are the paper 1 syllabus topics from which we are unable to answer the question. Focus on those areas, study those areas. Again, try to do next set of question paper or next 1 or 2 set of PYQs. Then you will get some more topics you don't have much idea about. Then again, go through the syllabus, study that. So in normal preparation, I will say you complete the syllabus first, then go to the PYQs. But when it comes to here, I will say you go through the PYQs first, maybe 2 to 3 sets, and find out those areas in which it's a bit difficult for you to answer the question. Go to the syllabus, learn those topics also, come again to the PYQ, go back, come again to the PYQ, go back. This cycle has to be repeated. Okay, this cycle has to be repeated. I will say this is a way, okay, how you have to prepare here. Okay, this is a way how you have to start your preparation. Okay, this is a way how you have to start your preparation, because the importance of PYQ, especially when it comes to the latest aspect, latest pattern is, there are in certain subject there is some drastic shift in the PYQs. In certain subject there are some what we can say, normal small pattern changes. For example, I can say when it comes to paper 1, okay, in paper 1 we have a topic, I hope you'll be knowing logical reasoning. When it comes to logical reasoning, before we have what we can say, out of logical reasoning, we have questions are normally asked mainly from the Indian logic. Then there will be question from fallacies, and there will be question from we have square of a person. These are the areas, okay, they have been asking many questions in the past few years. But the order has been changed. Before it was Indian logic, fallacies, and square of a person. But when we check the recent exams, okay, when we check the recent question, we have the pattern has changed in such a way that we will be having, okay, more questions from square of a person related. That is the square of a person, the preposition, categorical preposition, truthfulness and falsity of arguments, distributed and undistributed concepts, square of a position concept. Then we have the logical equivalency concept. So majority of the questions are coming from square of opposition and related concepts. Okay, square of opposition related concept. So we have to study those topics a bit more. That clarity you get only after going through the PYQ. Okay, that clarity you will be getting only going through the PYQ. Is a very important aspect here. Okay, is a very important aspect here. Then moving to the second aspect. Okay, moving to the second aspect, you'll be having an idea what we can say, which areas has to be focused more, as I already discussed. That's why we have to start your preparation from the PYQs. Okay, we have to start our preparation from the PYQs. So this is the way how you start your preparation. Okay, how you start your preparation. And the next most important thing, so you are going through the PYQs, going through the syllabus, going through the PYQs, going through the syllabus. Okay, understanding your weak areas, understanding your strong areas. Okay, after understanding your weak areas, you will be studying it more. Okay, and the next most important thing is that the PYQ, the syllabus, and the mock test. I will say this is an online exam. Okay, this is an exam. It's very important. Okay, it's very important to have a being an expert in writing online objective exam. Okay, so the main reason why I qualified net in 8 different subjects. Okay, the main reason I qualified net in 8 different subjects, I will say it is what we can say. I am a bit expert in writing online exams. Okay, a bit expert in writing online exam. That's a simple reason. So how you get that skill of writing an online exam? I will say studying is a science while writing exam is an art. So as to qualify, you should be a scientific artist. Okay, which means the art of writing exam, objective exam, is a skill that has to be developed. I will say it's a skill like driving. How to develop that skill? Okay, there is no way. How to be a good driver? Drive and drive and drive and drive. So how to be a good online exam, okay, expert, write online exam again and again. I'm not saying that you have to write this time June exam, next time June exam you have to write net exam for 10 times or 20 times. It's not necessary. You can practice it. Okay, while learning, while studying, you can practice it multiple times. Okay, after practicing multiple times, you can be an expert. So this is very important because I know a lot of students who have studied very well during the preparation phase, and due to lack of inexperience in writing an online exam, especially the difficulty in managing the stress, pressure related with online exams and confusion and other things, they are unable to qualify for the exam. They miss the exam by a very few marks. Okay, I will say they miss the exam by a very few marks. Okay, very few marks. That's an important thing. Okay, that's an important thing. Okay, that is you have to be, okay, you have to be an expert. Okay, you have to be an expert in writing online exam. Okay, you have to be an expert in writing an online exam. For that, you have to practice exam to the maximum possible time. Okay, then moving to the next aspect. Okay, I will just share some important aspect you have to take care regarding your preparation. Yeah, some success secret. The first one is give a new effort. This is especially applicable to those who are writing this exam for the second or the third or the fourth time. So if you have already attended this exam and you didn't qualify the last time, make sure, so as to qualify this time or so as to qualify the upcoming exam, you have to give a new effort. There is a famous quote which says that the biggest mistake of this generation is expecting a new result after doing the same effort again and again. So if you want to get a new result, okay, if you want to get a new result, you have to give a new effort. Okay, if you want to get what happens with most of the students is they will be doing and they will be having a notebook, they will be having a set of notebook, they will be studying it very well, very seriously, hardworking, they will qualify. The next time also they will be doing it again, the same thing will be doing again, and again the same thing will be doing again. So it gets repeated. Remember, giving a same effort will give you only the same result. So as to give a new effort, okay, so as to give a new effort, or so as to what we can say, give a extra effort. Okay, extra effort, you will have to, or so as to get an extra result, you will have to give a new effort. It's very important. Okay, it's very important. And the second one, aim for JRF. I hope you will be knowing out of the total, maybe 10 lakhs plus students normally apply for this exam. Out of the total students, only around 1% of the student, okay, around 1% of the students uh, qualify for JRF. Okay, 1% of the students qualify for JRF, and around 6% qualify for NET, and around 12% PhD. This NET and PhD, there is no specific percentage. Okay, so basically around 6, 12, etc. qualify for NET and PhD. So many I have qualified JRF in 2 subjects. So many of the students ask me, what is the secret to qualifying JRF? Okay, what is the secret to qualifying JRF? I will say it's simple. So as to qualify in an exam where only 1%, okay, so as to qualify in an exam where only 1% of the students qualify, the logic is simple: be the top 1% of the students who prepared. Okay, so if you want to qualify in an exam in which only 1% of the students qualify, you have to prepare as a top 1% student in the whole country in that particular subject. Simple. It's not that much simple, I know. Okay, so if you are going through PYQ, make sure You are one of the top 1% of students who are doing PYQ in the best possible way to the multiple times. Okay, then we have, if you are studying your syllabus, consider or imagine, are you one among the top 1% prepared student in your subject in whole India? If not, continue preparation until you feel so. Okay, until you feel so. So this is a next aspect, be the top 1%. Then the next success secret, okay, what I have to discuss is the online exam expertise, which I have already discussed about. Okay, the online exam expertise, which means this is an exam, this is an online exam, this is an objective exam. It's very important you have a clarity or you are an expert in this by doing maximum exam. And the competitive exam approach, by the competitive examination approach, what I mean is that what we can say, oh yeah, the problem with many of the students is that they would have studied or they will be studying for their post graduation in such a way, and when it comes to net seeing the same syllabus, they will adopt the same approach. But you can't have the same approach for your post-graduation exam and UGC NET exam, even though in many subjects, depending upon the university, many of the topics are same. Because in most of the cases, the post-graduation exam is a qualifying exam. Qualifying exam are those exams in which the whole students who qualify or who score above a particular percentage of the mark win in the exam. But UGC NET is a competitive examination. Competitive examination means it's not about a particular mark, it's about a particular number. Only top 1% qualify. Okay. If the top 1% cutoff is 90%, then 90 is a cutoff. If top percentage cutoff is 70, then it's a cutoff. If top 1% is 50, then it's a cutoff. Okay, it's a cutoff. So this is how it works. Okay, so this is how it works. So what is this competitive exam approach? How to know the competitive examination approach? So I told you, you can't study the same way. Even though you are studying the same syllabus, you can study the same way as you have studied for the postgrad. There should be, I'm not saying that there should be a drastic, there should be some slight changes. So what are those changes? That will be your question. The changes is simple. What is? Go through the previous year question. Okay, then you will have an idea regarding how they are asking question from a particular topic. In most of the universities, okay, I know there is a change in some universities, still the post graduation they have a descriptive exam pattern. So in post graduation, you will be most probably will be studying for a descriptive pattern of exam. But when it comes to what we can say UGC NET exam, okay, when it comes to UGC NET exam, will be what we can say we'll be doing for a objective type of exam. So more factual, more pointed answers are more important. So this is what we mean by the competitive examination approach. Okay, so how to know what is the competitive examination approach in your subject? Simple. Go through PYQ questions and then you will get an then you will get an idea regarding how to prepare. Okay, how to prepare. And the next and the final I will say final success secret is being consistent. For UGC NET exam, I will not say it's not a very tough exam. It's very competitive examination, but the topics are not very tough. There are certain topics in which we have some tough topics, but generally it's not very tough. But what is important is you should be consistent in your preparation. Okay, you should be consistent in your preparation for a long time. Okay, you have to be consistent. Okay, you have to be consistent in your preparation. Okay, you have to be consistent in your preparation. Okay, in your preparation, I will say for a very long time. Okay, for a very long time. That is what is very important when it comes to UGC NET exam. So make sure you will be consistent in your preparation. How to be consistent? I will say the first one, you should have a strong reason to qualify this exam. Stronger the reason, will be more consistent will be. And the second one, I will say it's better to have a good group of friends, good peer group for studying. Okay, it's better to have a good peer group for studying well. Okay, studying well. Okay, then make sure you are in this one. Okay, you are preparing for exam every day, every possible time. Okay, every possible time. So these are very important aspect. Okay, these are very important aspect regarding okay, regarding your preparation. So these are the basic thing I have to discuss as a part of this video. If you have any doubts or doubt, you can ask in the chat box. Okay. Then before that, winding up, I hope you'll be knowing about Aifer education. As of now, we have more than 300 students qualified JRF so far, and also we have 3,000 plus students qualifying NET and 3,000 plus students qualifying PhD. So as of now, we are starting an exclusive paper on crash course in the medium of instruction English. Okay, with we will be having all the categorized question, latest question, explanation, discussions, live. Okay, nodes, emo chatbot. There are a lot of facilities. Okay, there are a lot of facilities. Okay, there are a lot of facilities available. Okay, a lot of facilities available for what we can say UGC NET exam preparation. So if you are interested, if you're very serious about your preparation, if you want to learn with Aifer's, okay, if exam hacking system, okay, you can be part of Aifer. Okay, you will get the you can contact us in the number. Okay, there is a number in the description and also in this YouTube video description, and also you can get in the comment box. We have a lot of paper on free basic sessions. We have paper on free basic course. Okay, everything is available in the description here. Okay, and you can also see the number link for inquiry and other thing also in the description. Okay, and other things also in the description. If you have any doubts, or you can ask, or make sure you have subscribed to Aifer Education YouTube channel. So we'll be having, okay, so we'll be having a lot of sessions in the upcoming days. Okay, so that's it for the day. We'll be continuing our discussion in some other time. Make sure you have subscribed to Aifer Education YouTube channel. Okay, thank you all.